Good morning. Well, we are officially on our last paddock of barley at the moment. It's out at Belaley North. It was the paddock that got hail damaged. So what we're doing today is we're taking pretty much every tractor we own out to Belaley and we are making a grain sausage. So we're going to bag up all the barley in that paddock because the blokes that we sell the grain to down at Kapunda, they want all the barley. It works out good for them, it works out better for us. So they've been kind enough, or they're being kind enough to send their grain bagging machine up to us today, and we'll get going on that paddock and yeah, we'll try and make a big grain sausage and try and get this last paddock of barley done, or we'll get some inroads into it anyway. I don't think that we'll get it done today, but it's going to be a relief to pull out of that last row of crop at the moment, because it's just been an exhausting process this year. I feel like it's dragged on a lot longer than it should have, but anyway, so this thing's still no good. Like, this got overheated if you saw my other videos. It's going to be a fairly warm day today, so hopefully it'll stay cool, but it's going to check the coolant in it, and we're just going to put the bucket on the front and take it out there, and hopefully we can get you through one more job. Whoa. I am not putting any coolant in this because it's still got a crack in the radiator, so no point. It's just going to leak out slowly anyway. She's a wee bit low, that level. Need to keep a very close eye on this. We are just flat out limping this thing home. We are limping home through harvest, there's no doubt about it. Another job that I didn't want to have to deal with a cooked engine on this thing, but what can you do? Alright, let's get out of here. Hang in there, my precious. Well, I want to say that we made it, but we barely made it. Oh man, this is a mess. The radiator cap went missing on the way out here. I left it loose because the radiator's got a crack in it, but I wouldn't have thought that it would unwind itself, but apparently it did. So yeah, there's a bit of a mess there now, but hopefully we can just put some more water in it and it will get the job done. Alrighty, so my next job is to disconnect this bin. We have some good friends of ours who are lucky enough to lend us or hire out to us their chaser bin for a day or two, because you really need a chaser bin to try and fill these grain bags. Otherwise, yeah, you got to be able to tow the bin along at the same time that the bag's filling up. So this thing here is not really set up to do that. You can drag it with a few ton in it, but it's not really ideal. The hitch is really flimsy and weak, and it's just not really the right setup. So I'm going to disconnect that, go for a drive, and pick up that chaser bin. That's probably about 20 minutes, half an hour away. Ah, you're kidding me. That's broken, where the strap holds on. Oh man, the wheels are really falling off here, guys. Well, might as well just pull that off. Just doesn't look right, does it? Yeah, well, add it to the list. Limping home. I knew those hydraulic lines would fall off as soon as I moved forward. They do it every time. Stay there. Well, got the bin. Now we just turn around and head back the other way. Oh, we're back. That was a teeth chattering ride in that thing. But while I'm waiting for my lovely chauffeur to come and pick me up, might as well just check the oil and coolant and that on the header here and make sure that's going to be good to go when we get back. I knew you were keen to get away from me, but I didn't know you were that keen. Alright, looking good. That killed all of about 1 minute. Well, I tell you what, it is going to be very interesting to see how we go making this grain, or doing this grain bag. I've seen people like try and do them before for the first time, and they end up far from perfect. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for us, but yeah, it's good. Learning something new. We'll see how we go.
How you going?
I think we should just bugger this and go to the beach.
What's happening? Is the loader still overheating?
Oh yeah, the loader's overheating, the grill's falling off the tractor.
What do you mean the grill's falling off the tractor?
It's sitting over there on a stump.
Ah,
Snapped one of the lugs off.
That's not critical, is it?
No. It's all just little things, annoying things. The last handrail's broken on the steps on the tractor.
So have they dropped off the bag yet?
No, Dad just rang and he said that they'll be out this way in about 45 minutes.
To the beach?
To the beach. Alrighty, well, I just had a quick break, something to eat. And it's one of those days where you have a break and it's really warm outside at the moment and I've got a full belly and I really don't want to do anything, but apparently that bagging machine needs a bit of brake fluid or something like that to operate something on it, and they don't have any out there, and I don't know that we've even got any in the shed here, so I might have to run into town quickly, grab some brake fluid, we'll connect up to the fuel trailer, head out there. Alright, quick change of vehicle. Certainly starting to feel a lot. Certainly starting to feel a lot more like summer out here. Oh, spit it out, man. Well, it would have been good to maybe get some of how this grain bag gets set up, but by the time I got out here with the brake fluid, the blokes were crawling all over it, bag was on it. I'm going to go get harvesting and get a few loads there ready for when Dad comes back, so we'll do that. Yeah, I think Dad and Harold had been out here mucking around for a while with that thing, so I rocked up, handed them the brake fluid, and we emptied this in there, and they're gone. So anyway, it gives me a bit of time to get a bit of grain and catch up, and then yeah, Dad will be back out and we'll try and start smashing as much as we can into that bag. This paddock, like I said earlier, was actually the paddock that got hail damage, so interested to see what it yields, how much damage that hail really did. Obviously it's been assessed and they've made their decision on it, but yeah, I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? Yeah, that's the sad reality. Definitely can tell the areas where the hail's hit worse. Most of the paddocks seems to be around that 3 tonne per hectare. Then you come over to the northern side of the paddock where I sort of am now, and yeah, it drops right off down to the higher 1s, low 2s. It jumps around, it comes up to 2.5, but in spots, but you can definitely tell where the hail's hit. The crop just seems thinner as well. It just doesn't feel like there's as much material coming in the front. It'll be, like I said, be interesting to see the final figures when we're done in here. So, I mean, I guess I should talk about this thing a little bit more, but I don't even know much about it, so I don't really know what to say. It's just a massive bag. It's all curled up. The grain comes down in here, it's driven off by the PTO, and somehow it's augered or thrown back into the bag. As the bag fills up, you're supposed to have a certain amount of pressure on your brakes here, and then it will slowly, you leave the brakes off on your tractor and it will just slowly push the tractor forward as you're going along, just by the weight of the grain in the bag at the back. So I'm just going to have a go here. I'm just going to auger one more in straight out of the header. There's a maximum stretch on the bag, so you got to put your ruler on there, and it can't exceed 22 centimeters, otherwise you're putting too much strain on the bag, I guess. But we put one load in here. I'm just going to tip one more in here, and we'll just get a feel for how it's going, and then, like I said, the old man will be back in a while, and we can make any more adjustments from there. I can see the bag expanding at the back, but it's at 21 centimeters, so we got 1 more centimeter of stretch. The biggest thing, the only thing I'm really worried about, is how much pressure is on the brakes down there. We don't want too much pressure on the brakes because we want the tractor to move forward as it fills the bag. It's just creeping forward. It's only just started creeping forward, but I'm a little bit concerned. I'm basically just over my maximum stretch. Might need to button the brakes off a little bit. It did just start moving, but it moved a tiny bit, but it kept pushing on the bag a lot, so that's the pressure of your brakes. Probably a little bit high. I think they said between 800 and 1000 PSI. We'll adjust that down a bit. I'm guessing that's why they got that bit of texture there. The brakes were probably a bit too high, I reckon, but that should be better. I feel like that is not going well at all. That's way over its maximum stretch at the back. And then we got this big empty patch, and then it starts to fill up again. I don't know. Trial and error. So yeah, like essentially why you need the chaser bin is because when you're trying to empty into the grain bagger constantly moves, and you need to be able to move with it. So that chaser bin is going to make our life a hell of a lot easier. So thank you to everybody who's helped out with this, by the way, sending up the grain bagger and hiring us out that chaser bin. Very much appreciated. What do you think?
Well, the only one that stretched too much is the first one.
Yeah.
This one's only sitting on 21.
Yeah.
So, but it's not not completely full either, maybe.
I was just worried about how firm it was up the top, but I guess it's round the side where you...
21 and a half, pretty much.
Whoa! Oh.
Yeah, so they're not quite 22.
Yeah, I was just worried. Like, I think once it got past that first thing and it started moving.
So it's not over forward, so maybe you crank the pressure back up a little bit more.
Yeah. I think I was just a bit worried, like, because it just took ages to start moving, and it really stretched that out, and I thought, oh, shit, it went way.
Probably learning process, set the pressure, say 600 or 800 for the start, and then crank it up a little bit as it, get going, because they're not overstretched.
Nah. Well, it's about 5 o'clock already. The day has just absolutely disappeared. I got Dad back out here now, and he's sitting in the chaser bin, so hopefully we can start ripping off a few tons here and getting them in that bag and getting one step closer to being finished, because man, I am ready to be done. Well, that was the second time in my life I've unloaded on the go into a chaser bin, because we don't run one, so that's cool. New achievement today. I think a chaser bin might be on the shopping list, to be honest.
You went and saw Santa.
Yeah, you see the grain coming in? See the grain? Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Say barley.
Did you say barley?
Hey, 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 hey. No gripping the wheel. No, no pressing the buttons either. That's silly. You can't touch the buttons, darling. She's coming along. Rightio guys, that is about all I have for you today. I'll either see you guys in the morning or see you guys in the next video. I'm just going to fill up the chassis bin tonight, so that's all I got to show you for now. Have a good one, we'll see you in the morning.